Hello and welcome to the Channel 5 News. I'm Pierce Moriarty along with Bennett Seidl, bringing you the top stories around the world. Ahead on today's news, the Battle of Okinawa, the Battle from North Africa, and our view on the Manhattan Project. April 1st, 1945. The Battle of Okinawa, aka Operation Iceberg. It was the last major campaign of the Pacific War. The U.S., led by Admiral Raymond A. Spruance, faced the wrath of the Japanese and the Okinawans, led by Admiral Minoru Ota. The U.S. realized that this was a great place to capture because the Allied troops had already planned on taking all of the Japanese islands, and that this would be a great home base for their planned attacks. Wait, this just in? We have live footage. Let's go live. With a total of 38,000 injured and 12,000 killed for the United States, 107,000 Japanese and Okinawan conscripts killed, and as many as 100,000 Okinawan civilians killed, Operation Iceberg proved to be the bloodiest battle in World War II on the Pacific Campaign. It was determined that 48% of the deaths experienced by the United States men were caused by battle stress, which is nearly twice as much as the next highest percentage. In fact, it was so high that the military commanders were under investigation for how they led their troops. A tally 402 Allied ships and crafts were either sunk or damaged, along with 763 aircraft. The Japanese lost a whopping 7,000 aircraft and only 16 ships.
Hello, I'm Matt Seidl here. What's that?
Matt, we got this.
Okay, alright. I'm here bringing you breaking news on the battle from North Africa. We are going to take you live as 200,000 Italian troops just invaded Egypt and took up fortified positions at Sidi Barrani, about 300 miles west of Alexandria. Opposing them are 36,000 Egypt-based troops of General Sir Archibald Wavell's Middle East Command. Early 1941 saw the Allies advance deep into Libya, capturing the ports of Bardia and Tobruk. On February 12, General Erwin Rommel arrived in western Libya, and the game changed. Wavell had to relinquish 4 divisions to be sent to Greece against the forthcoming German invasion, and Rommel took advantage of the Allies' weakened state to start an immense eastward drive in March 1941 that took his African corps all the way to Egypt. In November 1941, General Sir Claude Auchinleck, who replaced Wavell, commanded the Allies' 8th Army on its second push westward, relieving Tobruk and chasing the African corps back into western Libya again. But he couldn't keep Rommel, the celebrated Desert Fox, down for long. Back he came on January 21, 1942. First, the combined Axis forces, German and Italian, pushed the 8th Army back beyond Benghazi in eastern Libya. Then, from May 28th, they commenced the second phase. On that day, the Indian 3rd Brigade was overrun by the Italians. Tobruk and its 33,000 defenders were captured on the 21st of June, and the Axis forces pushed on until they were within 60 miles of Alexandria. At this crucial point, the determined General Bernard Montgomery was appointed to replace Auchinleck. He repulsed Rommel's final attack in September, and on October 23, 1942, began his own attack. It took 11 days of hard-pounding, but eventually the 8th Army broke decisively through, and Hitler ordered Rommel to stand firm at all costs. But after another 2 days of heavy losses, the Desert Fox ordered a withdrawal on the 4th of November. In the Battle of El Alamein, the Axis forces had lost 59,500 tanks. Allied casualties were 13,000, along with 432 tanks. With Montgomery chasing, the African corps began the long retreat back through Libya. Only 4 days after the German withdrawal came news that the U.S. British ships had landed in Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia, and were advancing to trap the Axis armies. On the 14th of February 1943, Rommel made a final thrust westward against the U.S. troops, but the Americans held him off. The Desert Fox left Africa in March a sick man. In April, the remaining Axis forces became trapped by the Allies in Tunisia. During this battle, 2 Indian battalions, a battalion of Gurkhas, and 2 British battalions became involved in a bloody cutthroat night fight with the Italian forces, literally a war to the knife. On May 7th, Tunis fell, and within a week, General von Arnim, the overall commander of the Axis troops, had surrendered.
Hi, I'm Bennett, and I'm here to bring you our opinion on the Manhattan Project. I'm here at a classified location somewhere in the U.S. where they are working on the world's first atomic bomb. I believe the Manhattan Project is a very good idea. Albert Einstein sent President Roosevelt a letter explaining that Germany has discovered nuclear fission and could very well shape it into a weapon of mass destruction. After further development has gone underway from the first small nuclear chain reaction at the University of Chicago, more nuclear facilities have been made. Robert Oppenheimer has been put in charge of the ongoing research. I come to believe this research will be a breakthrough for the U.S. and World War II as a whole.
And that's all we have for the 5 o'clock news at 6. I'm Matt Seidl.
And I'm Pierce Moriarty.
Stay classy, Appleton.